All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Those that like Magic the Gathering, I hope you're having a good day. So what we're doing is we're basically playing the Simic deck. It's more of a control deck, though. It's a little different. Let me show you. We already got 2 wins. We're 2-0. And the reason why is because the recording just takes forever. These matches are a long time. So in the original Simic Flash decks, you had a lot more quicker creatures, a lot more flash creatures. In this deck, there's only 10 creatures that can actually flash. In the original, there was 18. So the Spectral Sailors are taking out those 1/1 flyers. You can tap for, you pay 4 mana, draw a card. And also those Cutthroats, those 2/1 creatures from M20, they're uncommons. 1 colorless and 1 blue. They're 2/1s, and if you cast a spell on an opponent's turn, it gets +1/+1. Okay. So the counter spells in here are 3 Sinister Sabotages. What we have here is 2 Mystic Disputes, and we have 2 Brazen Borrowers. Right here we have the Hydroid krasis. Now this very rarely comes into play. It's consideration to remove it actually. We have 4 Growth Spirals. Understand, Once Upon a Time got banned, not just in Standard but in Pioneer. If you understand my videos of the bannings, go back to my video where I created a top 10 list right the day before Oko got banned. I said, here's the top 10 cards that get rid of Oko, 6 that get rid of Oko faster than you can cast them. Well, we lost Once Upon a Time, and originally this deck only had 22 lands. We are featuring 26. Now with me, I made some alterations. I'm only playing with 2 Temple of Masteries. Typically there's 4. But having your lands constantly come into play tapped is not what you want. With Simic Flash, you want 2 blue and 2 green by turn 4. 2 Fabled Passages, again, having 4. If you get stuck with 2 of these in your hand on the opening hand, that's horrible. These are basically evolving wilds, except the last sentence. Then if you control 4 more lands, untap that land. It's an overpriced land, realistically, because of Pioneer. Okay, so going off that, so our counter spells are 3 Sabotages, 2 Mystic Disputes. So this spell costs 2 less to cast if it targets a blue spell. So if you're playing against first like Teferi Time Raveler, stuff like that, this can cost 1 mana for you. Counter target spell unless it's a controller pays 3. Then we have 3 quenches in here. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 2. Then we have 1 negate in the main board, and then we have 2 Aether gusts. Now this could be a dead card. This only affects red or green spells. So for creatures, we have 2 Paradise Druids. We have 2 Hydroid Crosses, already mentioned. We do have the 2 Brazen Borrowers. We have the 4 Frilled Mystics, the 4 Night Pack Ambushers, and then added to the deck is 4 Nissa Shakes the World. If we look at our sideboard, we have 1 Aether Gust, 1 Negate, Kenrith's Transformation, and this is really good versus Shifting Ceratops because it has protection from blue. It's a deck that actually, if you will follow me, I played a green-red deck. We want the Mythic status. I started recording it. We went 6-1 at very competitive levels. And then I went 6-1 again. I made a recording. Sorcerer's Spyglass, the card that I harped on roughly about a month ago, right before Oko got banned. Yeah, this card shuts down Planeswalkers. So it says, as Sorcerer's Spyglass enters the battlefield, look, it's an artifact. It costs 2 mana. 2 mana. You can look at an opponent's hand, choose any card name. You choose any card whatsoever. You can choose anything, any card. Activated abilities of sources with the chosen name can't be activated. So that shuts down Oko if it wasn't banned in Standard. I don't know why people were not running this. It shuts down Oko completely. Anyway, we're running 2 of these to stop other Planeswalkers. We're running 2 Mystic Disputes on the side. Crushing Canopy, one could be made that you replace this with Nature's the other, but so this destroys a target creature with flying or destroy target enchantment. So think about Fires of Intervention. Here's 3 Lovestruck Beasts. I've made alterations to this by adding 2 Questing Beasts because I just felt that versus mono red, this deck is not too hot. I'll actually make a video showing what this deck is not good versus, because we want 1 and 2. And here's Chemisters, Insight. So that is the deck. Let's go into the gameplay. Yeah, let's go into the gameplay. Anytime soon here. Alright, let's go back to the gameplay, and let's go back right here. So we're jump right into the deck. So I hope you guys are doing pretty well. So that's the deck in a nutshell. So it's not going to feel like a pure Simic Flash deck. Like I'm really not going to lie to you. It's not going to feel like it's going to be that pure. That Simic Flash feeling that you're going to get, because there's a lot less speed in this deck. Alright, and we're going to keep this hand. So we're going to see how we do. So this deck is good versus control decks, but versus decks that want to get their creatures out pretty quickly, this struggles. Like this. This is probably a matchup it's going to struggle in. And it's not going to feel 100% light when you're playing with this. Oh boy. Spiral. Put land there. And we're going to go ahead and play with that because we want to flush out our lands at this point. Yeah, so you can automatically tell the weakness of this deck automatically. Let's see. Crack that open. Glue in there. Alright, we're gonna absorb this damage here. It's sad, but we actually have to counter that. They're getting way too ahead. Yep. No attacks. And turn. So this deck, it's really different than the Simic Flash decks you're used to. It doesn't handle speed that well. So mono red, it just doesn't. It's just one of those decks that doesn't. But right now we have Brazen Barrower, Nissa who shakes the world, and Mystical Dispute. So we're going to pass the blockers. Now he's going to light this up. He's going to make this bigger. And then we are going to bounce this back to his hand. Alright. We're going to fetch this land out of here because... See how this deck's kind of... I'll say it's... You have to really know how to handle this deck. 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can counter pretty much anything he drops down, so... I'm gonna drop this down.
I will protect the virtue of this world.
We don't want to attack with it because we don't want our creature to die. We don't want our land to die because we can't counter anything if it dies. I just had to pull the trigger quick on Nissa. Typically, you want to save up your counter spells. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing, you know, I don't really care about that. Yep, and we're going to counter that. You have to really stay on top of your opponent. You have to really make right decisions. A mistake. We'll go ahead and blocks that. Alright. Let's see here. We need 3 mana. Let's see, so 2. I'm trying to think. You try to get value off each land. We can tap this for 2 mana. Tap that for 3. So you can tap 2 blue. I'm trying to see how we can still have a counter spell. Alright, then we'll untap one of our lands there. Alright. We'll attack with both our creatures there. You try to maximize your land. Again, he's kind of getting hosed on mana, so this is not... See, we have 2 counter spells in our hand. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Alright, so our opponent quits. So it's the best of 3. This is the best of 3, by the way. So, you have to be aggressive with your Nissas. I learned that the hard way. You'll see. I'll put up my failures. I'll put up my failure video. I went 1 and 2 with this deck, and you need 26 land. You need every inch of 26 land. So whenever it gets to the sideboard, so here's our sideboard, of course. So it's tough. Aether Gusts is definitely a good card to play in here. For green creatures, this would certainly be good from what we've seen. We could also Questing Beast him back. But I'm thinking we get rid of a Growth Spiral, smack in Aether Gust. Mystical Dispute's okay. Yeah, we'll let that go. Alright, so he's ready to go. So here's game 3, match 2. Alright. We'll keep. See again how fast that speed. Done. There's quench. So you have to learn how to take a lot of hits with this deck. Yep, he's already out there with Paradise Druid. He's already going to be a 2/2. Alright. Yeah, we just have to counter it. It's a 2/3 Death Toucher. Whenever it deals damage, you draw a card. He draws a card. Plus that would have became a 3/3. We don't have a counter spell, so this is scary. Because we're pretty open for this. If he drops down a Questing Beast... Nope, Pelf Collector. Yeah, Questing Beast. That's exactly what we're scared of. So, this is where the deck suffers. This is where it suffers from. So, let's actually get some land the heck out of here. fill that up. Get ourselves an island. Fetch as many lands as we can out of here. Yeah. Well, if we take the 4, take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But if we kill this, we're just dead next turn, so. Down to 1. Alright, and he's got Nissa. We had to do what we had to do.
We will prevail. Be wary of the ground you walk on.
Yeah, we had to do what we had to do. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's gonna be game. We're down to 1 life. There's no way we can get out. So we're just gonna pluck that. So we're going first. We can board in questing beasts. We can board in questing beasts. We can board in Lovestruck beast. If we want to get crazy, we take out our Nissas and actually board these in, and actually call Nissa as a Planeswalker. Let's. We can take out Growth Spiral. Brazen Barrower can actually be taken out. I'm just being honest. We take out Brazen Barrower and put in Questing Beast. Yeah, let's do that. Ooh, it's kind of a, we'll keep it hand. We do have 26 land in the deck. It's alright, so they're playing just mono green stomp. Alright. Do get our land there, so. Yep. Take the damage. Alright, Growth Spiral. Oh, we did not top deck land. Alright. We'll put that on top, see if he wants to put that back on top. It prevents them from, it actually prevents them from drawing cards. So he puts it back on top. We get hit for 1. We need to draw land. Fabled My Passage. Alright. So going first in this deck is pretty huge. Going second versus, you got Garenberg Castle. Alright. Let's go looking for island. Do we want to counter this? Yes, we do. Alright. So in total we have 17 counter spells, I think, in this deck now. You have to learn how to just absorb damage. So we take 2 more damage. That cannot be countered. Shifting Ceratops. Which is what I have in my green-red deck that we went Mythic with. Let's see here. Cast this. I still need 1 more land. Right, shoot. So I want to counter that. Alright. Alright. Okay. Alright. Another one of these down. Okay. So now we can bring...
I will protect the virtue of this world. Behold, nature's true power.
Let's see here. I could have waited. I should have waited. I could produce 2 more wolves. Attack with 4. No attacks. Well, questing beasts we don't have to worry about too much. Growth spiral. Yeah, we'll put that down there. Yep. Okay. Well, you have to counter them as they come. And we can put it right back on top of the library. Let's grab one of our islands. Make that a 3/3. Alright. So Aether Gust, you can put green or red spell back on top of it. And then, since we haven't cast a spell, we'll create 2 4/4 wolves. Okay, so that land did not help us one bit. So let's send those. Wolves and land. We'll pretend like we have a counter spell, but we don't. We get 2 more wolves. We'll be 4/4s. So we can we're making 2 4/4s each turn and a 3/3 each turn. So I could care less about the
which cannot
Nissa.
protect itself. Behold, nature's true power.
The Death Toucher. Yeah, just a lot of land here. And let's see here. I think we can beat him actually. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 1, 2. We have 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. And to be honest, had I did this before going to my attack phase, I could have swum with everything and had no blockers. Yep. He's gonna create a 1/1 with this questing beast, so he's got, or excuse me, love strike beast. Yeah, he just doesn't have enough. He just doesn't have enough. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blockers. And we just have all the attackers.
Harness the elements.
Yeah. He just doesn't have enough blockers. I mean, he's got a lot of blockers. Don't get me wrong, guys. He's got a lot of blockers. But he's down 4 life. Yeah, see? That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. So that's how you have to play this deck, guys, realistically, is you gotta kind of play it like that. Yeah, it's just one of these decks that it's really takes some time getting used to, some time to play. Whew. The matches take forever, though. I will warn you, you play with this deck, you got somewhere to go, you're not leaving for a while. Alright, we'll keep that hand. And the thing is, you have 26 land in this deck, so you know that you're probably going to top deck land. Like, normally... So once you learn how to play this deck, you get better with it. It's just one of those decks, it's just... You have to, like, make sure you're making the right decision at the right time. With, Simic Flash, the old one where you cast fast creatures, like, we don't have 18 flashing creatures, we just have 10. So when you go from 18 to 10, that really changes everything, kind of. Back to life, bring out Paradise Druid. And again, the reason why I sideboarded Questing Beast is because this is where you could have a Questing Beast right now. To make this deck a little bit aggro. We're just going to pay 2 life. We're not going to attacks. Because we have the Night Pack Ambusher. Alright. So we'll go to our sideboard. And like, no, I don't want to play against that. Like, no, I'll take somebody else, please. I'm just joking. They could have got land hosed really bad. Well, Aether Gust doesn't look like it's gonna work because it looks like they're playing white. I mean, Aether Gust, take that out. I could be wrong. Let me put a... I don't know what they're playing. I really don't know. Let's put Questing Beast in there. It's hard to tell. I don't know what they're doing. Because we didn't see much of their deck. I just think that Aether Gust is a dead card. So let's play that. So yeah, guys. So did you guys get the secret lair? By the way, I got 2 of them. So yeah, I got the Kaleidoscope Killers. All those expensive dragons. Personally, I think here's my thing with Magic the Gathering. So some people think Arena is hurting it. Other people, what the heck? What? We're gonna be in top deck mode. Oh boy. Can't mulligan twice. Alright. I guess we'll just play tapped. But yeah, so what I think is happening is that with MTG, like, how can I word it? So it's like Oko being, why is he just blowing his head off? Just no land, or he doesn't like me. Alright, there's our daily things. Okay, there's the script. Alright, well, we might be trucking to 5 wins. So what I'm trying to say is that, when Oko got banned, there was 50% of people that wanted Oko banned and 50% of people that did not. And the thing about it is, so if you play Magic the Gathering Arena, and that's all you do, you don't play physical play, so you're not pumping in that much money to play. When a card gets banned, you get refunded through wild cards, right? You get reimbursed. In real life, you don't. So like little Tommy boy, you know, if he bought a booster box of Eldraine, and he opens up an Oko, when he gets banned, he can't go to the local game store and say, hey, can I get my money back? Or he can't go to a local big chain, you know, retailer and say, can I get my money back? You know, they banned this card that I just pulled. So I think there's 2 different viewpoints. Because online play, there's no repercussions. So in real life, and also with online play, typically you don't play with a sideboard. And when you have more players not playing with a sideboard, that changes the way that you play Magic. And that's more and more new players. They're not playing with a sideboard. So there's no adjustment there. Yeah, we'll keeps, because we go first. Comes into play taps. So there's a big adjustment there. So, but when something gets banned in real life, people have to pay for that. So we're going to be playing, I think, is this Saturday I'm going to be able to guess off of one card. I think they're going to be playing green, black, adventure, or red, green. This is interesting. We can cast a Paradise Druid. Yeah, I think that's our best bet. We want the sure mana next turn so we can start to counter their stuff. We want the sure deal. Yep. Black, green, adventure. There's their adventure. Draw that card. So, in the matches, I want you to also focus what my opponent's doing. Just don't focus on me. No blocks. So, whenever they cast a creature spell that has an adventure, draw a card. You'll see this in my green red deck where we go mythic. I'll be uploading that video, so subscribe. So this has an adventure spell. They cast a creature portion. They draw the card. All right, that's what it's called. Let's go. All right, and then you look at our hand. This has flash. Whenever it enters the battlefield, counter target spell. And this we can counter target spell. So yeah, we all know that that's not gonna happen. Yeah, we're gonna counter that. And the reason why we're countering it with a creature is so that we can put a creature on the board. His ability to draw cards is really bad versus our deck, because we can counter stuff, but if he keeps on drawing, it's not a good thing. I might want to squeeze the pressure. He'll block with that 1/1. No attacks. End turn. Gains a life. Comes in and play tapped. The Jug Hollow. Alright. Well, he's tapped out. He's not going to be casting anything anymore. So let's blow this up here. Let's get a blue. I do want to counter that. We'll Mystical Dispute that. We'll draw a card. Alright, we have a Pack Ambusher in play. Put a little pressure on him. He'll block with that, that's fine. Get rid of the Death Toucher. So now you have to determine, you know, what you want to counter, what is worthy. Also, yeah, fine. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we'll take two for a little bit. Yep. Drop our 4/4. Remember, if we don't cast a spell, we get a 3/3 wolf. Nissa. She's an ass. Unfortunately, we need a little bit more mana, because I still want to be on the counter. We don't want to cast anything either. I do want to attack with this though. Takes the 4. And then since we didn't play with the spell, we get a 3/3 wolf. The card reads Flash, so you can cast it whenever. Other wolves and werewolves get +1/+1. At the beginning of your end step, if you didn't cast a spell this turn, create a 2/2 wolf. So another reason not to cast Nissa. Okay, yeah, so he's just going to bring the Death Toucher down, and I'm not going to counter that. I'm more worried about like his questing beast, his love-struck beast, him having Nissa, Rankle, those things. We don't want that to die either, though. Counter that. Alright. Well, let's see here. Bring this guy down.
Seek shelter in my stewardship. Be wary of the ground you walk on.
So he knows he's open. This is time for him to cast his Rankle, his questing beast. You know. The heck? Put 3/+1 counters on target one creature. Fill the top cards of your library into a reveal creature card. Put that card in your hand. And the rest of the bottom of the library. Target creature is +10/+10 and gains trample to end turn. Great.
I march to nature's beat.
Nice. I like that. That card is Vivian, Nature's Avenger. I don't think she's an original M20. I think you have to... Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Tap that for green. Untap. So, let's see here. We have 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. I guess 2, 4, 6. So I'm gonna will this out. Six, 6. And then next, put 3/+1 to one target creature. Gosh. I approached that a lot differently than I thought. Quench. I don't think it's going to help us here. We have too many lands. A little bit too late for Quench.
I run
Make that a
with
4/4.
the wolves. Oh!
Bring out a druid, 2-1. This thing's pretty crazy once you get it out. He draws a card, takes 2 damage. This has got trample. Can't block. We'll block that. Okay, we got Aether gusts. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, this is a good game. I was gonna say, yeah, I don't think he can live. All right, so white screen. Yeah. So anyway, guys. Yeah, as far as arena goes, it lets Magic reach a wider audience, in my opinion, but it does change the gameplay quite a bit. And how somebody views a banning. When something gets banned, and like I said, like go back to Oko or Once Upon a Time, some people cheer, but the people that pay the real money, they're out a lot of money. Think about this: when Fill the Dead got banned, well, Aether Gust goes in here. Take out a Growth Spiral. I'm enticed to go with Questing Beast. Take out another Growth Spiral. Take out a Brazen Barrower. Let's go. Let's see what adjustments he's made. But yeah, so like say when Oko, when Fill the Dead got banned, Oko shot up to $60. Questing Beast went from 18 to 40. Then Oko gets, so if you would have bought a playset of Okos, you would have spent $240. That gets banned. If you play in standard, you just lost $240. If you bought Questing Beast when Fill the Dead got banned, it went up to 40. Now you can buy it for 15. You lost $100 if you bought 4 of them, because they dropped 20. They dropped, what was it, $25 per card. So it's not just when one card gets banned that card gets ruined. It's the other cards that work around that card that also get affected. And online play, you get reimbursed. So I think that's the difference. That's the little dispute there. Alright, starting hand, we have Aether Gust, Paradise, Druid, Nissa, and Mystical Dispute, and they're doing a lot of crazy crap over there. Alright. Do we bring out Paradise Druid? Well, no. Yeah, we do. He's got double black, so who cares? He doesn't have enough green yet to do anything. As I say that, he brings in a 4. Yep, no block. Now, I would have substituted I would have took out the Brazen Borrowers for Questing Beast, so keep that in mind. No attacks. And turn. So you have to learn how to take a lot of hits, pick and choose what you're going to counter. He's going to attack first. Yep. You have to take it off. I'm going to go, it's a 4 land. Yeah, so I'm gonna brazen borrow that back to his hand. Yep. My turn. Pass a turn. Attacks. Turn. We could counter that, but I don't feel like it. Pass, it blocks. That's what we were waiting for. Get the blue here. Let's do that. Then we'll grow spiral, draw a card, we can put a land card. Alright. Aether gusts. No attacks. End turn. He could Murderous Rider this. We'll pass the blockers. Kill that. If he does Murderous Rider, we're going to return. We can't. Alright, we're down to 11. 20 to 11. The reason why I countered this is because he dropped the 1/1. Yeah, I knew he had Murderous Rider in his hand. And we can only target a green spell. Question is, does he have another one in his hand? Yeah, we do this now.
Through this land, we are all connected. Harness the elements.
Alright, end turn. We can fall back on Aether Gust, so we can, again, like that, right there. Yeah, we can return that back to his top of the library. Yep. Now, he did a smart move. He didn't full swing on that. Those two, because he'll block one of these. That's the reason why I didn't do that. So he's 16 to 11, and we end turn. We're gonna counter that. Take action. Yeah, this deck is really running smooth. Like, I'll just block it. Resolve. Let that come into play tapped. And we'll untap it. Make it a 3/3.
Behold nature's true power.
And turn. So again, we can put a red or green creature on top. And we're just going to counter dispute. Good game. Alright. That's all she wrote. So guys, yeah, feel free to share, subscribe, and like. I'm sorry there wasn't as much interaction. Whoa, we just... War of the Spark. As it enters the battlefield, may return an online permanent you control to its owner's hand. If you do, +1/+1 kind of boo. Alright, so we got the 5 wins. We're 5-0. Simic Flash reloaded. It's back. Simic Flash is a thing. I think with all the bannings they tried, I think it's back better than ever. I really think it is. You've seen how, if we put in Questing Beast, how aggro it could be. I played so many matches, I don't know if I recorded that or not. So we can see how aggro it can be. We can also see that you have to learn how to take hits, though, with this deck. You can't just try to counter everything. You have to think, what do you match up against? You know, would they drop? Like, I automatically knew. You saw that. As soon as they played their first turn, they played the Edgewell Innkeeper, and they had green. I said, they're going to be black-green adventure or green-red. It's going to be green-black or green-red. And sure enough, it was the first one that I picked. So you have to see that, and that's actually pretty sad that we're in the state of standard where you banned Oko and Once Upon a Time, and we're seeing the same decks now. So I can tell pretty much by turn 1 or turn 2 what they're playing, what cards are in their deck. And so when you sit back and you do that, you can then start to just go, okay, well, we're not going to counter that. I know they're probably holding a Questing Beast or Lovestruck Beast in their hand. They're trying to get me to counter that. I'm not going to do that. And if you're just patient and patient and patient enough, they're going to cast enough spells to where we're kind of almost like a blue-white control deck, but we just don't destroy all creatures. We kind of just counter stuff, slow you down. But this deck is susceptible. So if you guys want to share, please in the comment section, just type in what you want to see. So if you want to see this deck and its failure, then you can go ahead and I'll put up the video if enough people request it. It's like 5 gigabytes sitting on my hard drive, or my external hard drive, I should say. So I can upload those videos. I'm just really not sure what people want to see. So I'll be doing pack openings. I'll also be playing in the Pro Tour qualifier. So I'll be doing those things. But realistically, you know, this is just a sample size. Again, I really like the green-red deck that I really had. I really think that. And I think the white-black deck, go back to my videos. I published a white-black deck. A subscriber requested it. I put it up. Go watch that deck. That deck, I think, will be valid in this format because it has a lot of creature removal and a lot of instant speed, so it can keep up with Simic Flash. So this is more Simic Flash control, I would say. This is what I was trying to build in real life before Oko got banned, because I was going to put a Simic Flash deck with Oko and Questing Beast and Nissas. And just funny how everything turned around. So it's funny how, you know, a card gets banned and the colors can just somewhat become, I don't know, I don't want to say just as strong, but a little stronger. So let's see what we get. And I got 40 gems. Ooh, and this is going to be a while. Any single time you see red. Oh, I got ripped off. I was supposed to get 2 rares. Instead, I got 40 gems. Oh, so this would have been a mythic rare. They said the mythic rare card you collected exceeds. So they would have given me a mythic rare, but I already own it. So I get 40. They should give you more than 40 gems. Are you kidding? All right, so this is going to be a mythic. Let's see what our common is, our uncommon is. This is pretty good in limited play for draft. Whenever you cast a spell with convert may cost 5 or greater, draw a card. In limited, draft. See what our wild card is. Come on, come on. This probably would have been an Oko or something. They banned it. All right. Let's see here. Wow. Oh. Well, that was disappointing. Yeah, if you got 5 different colors, it's a 6/6 flyer. When Niv Mizzet, whatever, when Reborn enters the battlefield, reveal the top 10 cards of your library. For each color pair, choose a card that's exactly those colors from among them. Put those cards into your hand and the rest at the bottom of your library in any order. I mean, it's a pretty powerful card if you're playing with 5 different colors. Some people struggle with just 2. Oh. Well, that's that. As you can see, I play in the draft. Also have a video up for you guys for the ranked core set 2020 because they keep on rotating these in the format. So you can go ahead and check those out. Feel free to share, subscribe, and like. And that is it. So take it easy, and thank you for watching.